Apparently, the Trump administration of the United States of America have betrayed the Jews, the people of Israel, and have betrayed the Cubans, and have betrayed the Ukrainians, and have betrayed the people of the United States of America, and has betrayed his own gang membership, the MAGA movement, that made America great again. Yeah. Yes, that delusional world is coming down. They're getting whipped everywhere. And that is when you deal with con people, with people that have no vision of the future. The only vision that they have is enrich themselves and hell with the rest. And a lot of people are dying because of it. And you are suffering. Yes, you. You. It does not matter where you are on this planet. You are suffering because of it. So I think it is important for you guys around the planet to support the United States of America. And playing with your nose like Europeans, it does not work. The European has this saying, they play with their nose when they look at you inferior as an inferior being. And I learned that during the Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia. I was driving a motor coach and driving around Germans and Italians and all these folks that came for the Olympics. And I'm talking about the leadership, not just the people of that walk around in around the venues wanting to be something. No, I'm talking about the elite, the people who lead these countries and lead these organizations. And every time I say hi to them or try to interact, they play with their nose. And I pick it up right away, but I'm not used to this. And a friend of mine told me, no, that is something that they do when they look at you as an inferior being. So from that time, every time that I talked to one, I did the same to them. And they did not like it at all. And I treat them like they treat me, nothing differently. Did not shake hands, did not talk to them. Every time I look in their eyes, I went and, touch my nose, like, get the hell out of here. And at one point, they told me that I was a brutal, and the only thing that I want was money. And I say, yes, you do the same. If you don't pay me, you don't move. And that is how I learned about their behavior, the behavior of the elite, the sublime aggressiveness against the people who they believe they are second to them. So because of that does not work in the United States of America. In the United States of America, the only thing that works is money. Is money, no nothing. And how this population of the United States of America can recover? Well, that's pretty simple. You have to recover by controlling the money. And how you control the money is analyzing how they control you. They control you via oligarchy industries. Basically, they have set up an industry where they have the oligarchy, then they have the managers, and then they have the middle manager, and then they have the floor managers. So they trickle down whatever they want to do. And the population, the worker, they will suppress them with money. If you speak too much at work, they will fire you. If you refuse to go along with the crowd, they will fire you. They will demote you. They will repudiate you every way possible. And who is doing it is the manager, the floor manager, the middle manager, because they have given them the power. They're giving the power to the middle management to control the population, the workers. Remember, Everybody works, pretty much everybody works. So you have to be attached to industry. That's not matter how big is the industry. The strategy is the same. So the managers that they establish are just another worker. They control, but they want above it. So it's a chain reaction of people following, of people depending, of people being controlled. If you are a middle manager and you repudiate a worker, well, you get compensated. But if you go along with the worker because you understand the reality, then guess what? You will be repudiated yourself. So it's a chain reaction, and that must be broken. The only way the society can advance and not become robotic like they have and they have not, like always have been since the beginning, is by looking at the human as an equal, as not just as an equal, but educate them and finding a strategy where they want to work, they want to learn, they want to be part of something. Right now, only a few percentage of the population want to be integrated, want to be somebody who want to change the planet, and they don't know how to do it because the oligarchy restrict them their advance. So they're protecting themselves from those who want to advance humanity, and that coalition must be broken somehow. In my opinion, the only way to break that is by changing the monetary system, and the monetary system is very well protected, especially the dollar, by oligarchy. You know, the dollar collapse. The dollar is no longer utilized by the world, and the United States of America collapse. And who is going to collapse the hardest? Oligarchy. So the same that is happening in the United States of America is happening around the world, especially in Cuba. Cuba right now, they are starving. They are in the streets. They are wanting. But if you hear the protest, they don't want. They are not protesting for change. They protesting and screaming the loudest possible so somebody can give them something. So that humanity have to be changed. If you only are interested in your basic human needs, and you go and protest, risk yourself just because you need to eat, you are not advancing humanity. You're not even advancing yourself, because now they know what you want, and they will give it to you, just trickle down, giving it to you until you make yourself feel good. And the moment you make yourself feel good, you can care less about what is happening around the planet or what is happening to humanity. So that is what happened in Cuba. In Cuba, it's something more special, though, because who control those islands, control the Caribbean, will control the world. Always have been that way since 1492. And I say even prior to 1492, I say since God created the planet, because in these islands, they existed, the original people for a very long time. The Taino, the Siboney, the Wakais, the Caribe, they all existed in those islands. And those islands were in the center of the universe at that time, and continue to be. And that is the reason Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Dominica, all these islands are in such a bad shape, but not the one controlled by the Europeans or controlled by the United States of America, except Puerto Rico. They want to keep them backwards and ignorant and just wanting, just happy. Because who control those islands, control the world. the Europeans don't want the United States of America to control them, and the United States of America don't want the Europeans to control them, and they don't want the Russians to control them or the Chinese to control them. They want to keep them neutral. And how you keep them neutral without competing directly with against the United States of America or the European countries or Russia or China is by keeping them destabilized, ignorant, and primitive, to remove their originality from them. And that is what is happening in the Caribbean. And the only way you can fix that is by the people living in those islands to change their behavior, to learn through the influences, if you will, the people who actually have the knowledge to learn to shift that need of the world powers into a benefit for them, basically to change the population to be strong, to be knowledgeable, to create themselves an advanced humanity within the islands, to unite the islands, if you will, to unite the population of all the islands, and to start creating markets, different markets, creating different ways of creating wealth. Wealth is the creation of wealth is where the power lies, and those on the top understand this, but they're afraid of losing that power. And I think yes, you should lose that power and allow the creativity of the population to advance into those spaces, because you, by fear, are diminishing your own wealth, if you will. You're destroying your own self. And the same is happening in the United States of America. I mean, look at Mr. Trump up here. Yeah, he's getting rich, but for a little while only. At the end, he will suffer. There is no way around that. In a couple of years, all this fantasy will collapse, will keep coming down. If not, in next year, when the politicians will switch alliances. So all this is put together, and people are just starving. That is the only solution, is by changing their mind of those influences and bring them to the reality, and to stop repeating what they've been repeating for a long time, for 60-something years in Cuba, for this matter, and in the United States of America since Reconstructions. Yes, unless you completely eradicate that word, America, the America, you are American, everybody American, you are going to be being completely conditioned to follow, because America does not exist. The United States of America was created by the Kingdom of Spain, and the very name, the United States of America, was for the first time ever utilized in between the United States of America and the Kingdom of Spain. Yes, they are responsible for that name. The Kingdom of Spain was the first country, the first kingdom to assign the United States of America that name, the United States of America, in letters, in history books, and they are the very first to name the continent America, and they are the very first in creating this modern world. They include the island of Cuba in the Caribbean. And for some reason, we have become enemies. And that must stop to advance everybody. Not just the Caribbean, not just the United States of America. The United States of America have collapsed. The judicial system is completely gone. I mean, you can even defend yourself even if you have money. I mean, it's like unreal. There is police officers shooting dogs for no reason, because they They are existing in this fantasy like they want to be Sony Hollywood star. Yes, we don't even have Hollywood anymore. Hollywood, the filmmaking industry is gone to Sony and to the Canadians and to the Australians, and everybody's making movies for the United States of America, but not the United States of America. Even not even Spielberg is making money, and and all these is all linked together. So yes, I am ranting, and maybe you ought to be ranting yourself. Maybe you ought to look into yourself and start learning, wanting to learn, get involved, and get involved for the right reasons, not just to ask, like MAGA. They asking, they blaming, they use drugs, and they are primitive and ignorant. And then what they do is they blame the Mexicans. The Mexicans don't have no problem with drugs. You MAGA movement do. The Mexicans have no problem with alcohol. You MAGA movement do. The Mexicans, they understand that they are Aztecs and Mayas and Iberians. You MAGA have forgotten your languages. You become, in the United States of America, English speakers and forgot that you original language is from Czechoslovakia, like Ivanka Trump and Trump Jr. and Eric Trump and the entire family Trump. They are immigrants from Scotland, and they have forgotten the English are the one who destroyed the Scottish language. Today in Scotland, there is very little Scottish being spoken because they are being conditioned to forget. And that is something that you must do yourself. Remember who is Esteban Rodriguez Miro and Bernardo Conde de Galvez. And remember your grandfather. Yes, your grandfather also created the modern world. And it does not matter from where you are on this planet. If you are from Iraq and you are in the United States of America and you think the Mexicans are inferior, well, you have a problem because you are the inferior. You are the one wanting. You are the one here. You are the one who came here because you could not fix where you come from. So become one of us. Become one of the people of the United States. And maybe we can make the United States of planet Earth. Saludos.